ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Amajal Knowles with your Saturday sports. The Bahamas Softball Federation's round-robin tournament getting underway last night at the Blue Hill Bankers Field, starting with the opening ceremony to officially welcome the players and coaches from the respective islands to Nassau. Fans were treated to a dazzling performance by our local police pop band. In the opening game on the ladies' side, the Elite Cats out of Grand Bahama made short work of their opponent, shutting up the fusion of colors out of Alouf for 10-0. On the men's side, the Commando Security Truckers continuing their momentum. The NPSA champions defeated the Platinum Island Spray Hitters out of Grand Bahama 10-0 and continue to look like the team to beat. And again on the men's side in the final game, Luther's Palmetto Point Panthers, they beat Dillon's Bulldogs out of Abaco 5-3 in what was a tight game throughout. Play continues tonight at the Bankers Field. Public service volleyball game continues today at the D.W. Davis Gym. Here are some scores and action from yesterday. The Attorney General Office Department defeated the Public Treasury 17-6 and 17-7. Education beating up on Filipino 17-8 and 19-7. Public Service was defeated by the Police 17-9 and 17-15. And Transport was defeated by Land and Survey 7-13 and 7-14. And the Department of Corrections pounded the Royal Bahamas Defense Force 17-9 and 17-13. And the Sign Wars Part 2 flag football tournament currently underway at the Beach Soccer Stadium. Several teams competing on both the men and women's side in a 5-on-5 format to see who will be crowned kings and queens and take home the $3,000 cash prize. The event is sponsored by Bamboo Shack, MacFit, and Shore Wind. We'll be sure to keep you updated on the scores as the games progress. Some top-tier high school basketball players are in town, including some with local roots. This at the Caribbean Tip-Off Classic presented by the Courtyard Marriott. Our Kelsey Johnson was there for the early games and filed this report.
The NBA and collegiate scouts sat on the sidelines with notepads and cell phones in hands, not wanting to miss any of the high-flying action by several of the top prospects for next year's class who are playing in the Caribbean Basketball Tip-Off Classic. Heavily recruited by Division I universities, Bahamian Kai Jones brought the house down, putting on a show for his family and local fans.
Well, it felt great to play in front of the home crowd. I felt the energy from the beginning of the game. Even though I had a slower second half, my family was there. Just having the support there was great, and it really helped me turn up in the second half. But most importantly, it was good that we got the win.
Jones was one of 4 players from Brewster College that closed the game in double figures, scoring 10 points and 5 rebounds in the 89-78 win over Ridley College boys prep. Terrence Clack and Jalen LeCue led the team with 18 and 17 points respectively. Ridley College came out strong against Brewster, forcing them to move away from the run game, which made it easier for them to soar above the rim. The team found themselves trailing by 6, then trading points with Ridley, who netted 3 consecutive three-pointers in the third. However, Brewster would find their stroke, connecting on shots they've missed in the first half. Terry Upshaw, head coach of Ridley, believes if his team had stuck with the game plan, the outcome would have been different.
Our kids battle, they fight. They're a very athletic team, and they got us out of what we like to do. And because of that, and they made some, I think they were 85% from the three for the quarter. So, I'm really proud of our guys to fight and battle. But like I said in there, I go, we need to execute too. So we were 3 out of 4 today, and 3 out of 4 doesn't equal a win.
I didn't feel any pressure at all. I knew we were going to come back. I know we're an athletic team. We like to run. And once we get the energy going, it's nothing can stop us.
Bahamian Samuel Hunter played 37 minutes in his tournament debut with British Columbia Christian Prep. Hunter led the team in scoring 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 block in the 123-71 loss to Putnam Science Academy.
I feel good about it. Like, the way I played, I could have played better, but my teammates, they were a bit scared, knowing that this is their first time playing at this level for some of them. But we played okay.
We're pretty deep. We're lucky. We're deep at every position. We played hard, and I think we just outmanned this other team. I think we're bigger, stronger, more athletic, and, it was a fun game. This is our first game of the season, so it was a good way to start off.
Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
As the spokesperson for the upcoming Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl, former NFLer Ed Smith realizes how important events such as these are when it comes to exposing local athletes to the sport.
There's some young kid who's never been to a game. And now that kid gets that same opportunity that I had to just attend the game up close and personal, to be able to hear the hits, hear the players grunt, hear them scream, or whatever the case may be, to know that they feel a part of the game. And that's what we all have to do in helping to get these youngsters to come to the camp, the youth camp, that is going to be displayed that week of the 17th of December. Encourage those, whether it's your children you know, to just come out. All this is exposure. At some point later on in life, they can decide whether they want to continue pursuing the game or not. But from what I understand, the gates will be open to welcome all these kids, not only to the camp, but as well but in addition, they can also come and watch the game at no cost.
And that's been a look at sports. A quick check on weather is up next.